I'm Carl Betts and welcome to I Can't Believe the News Today, the show where we look back at the mad events that happened during the week. But tonight is our Christmas special and the end of the year special, where we will be looking back over what has undoubtedly been a very special year. 2014, a year that saw Ukraine overthrow its pro-Russian president, causing conflict over the Crimean region, resulting in both countries losing a guaranteed 12 points at next year's Eurovision. The UK troops returned from Afghanistan in October. They better rest up before being sent to Syria next year. David Cameron supported the use of airstrikes in the Middle East. He must want a GQ Philanthropist of the Year award. Media parasite Amy Childs dug herself in online backlash when she thought that Ebola was a band. But we all know she was actually referring to these guys. We also saw the Germans beat Argentina to win the World Cup. They won the football! They trashed host Brazil on the way in a 7-1 rout, the biggest sporting upset till Oscar Pistorius outran justice. In happier news, Nick Griffin was kicked out of the BNP for calling a member twat. Hypocrite. Tonight, I'm joined by Lewis Kitchen and Victoria Miller.
Hello.
Welcome, guys. You doing all right?
Good,
Yeah, not so bad.
Good. Okay, so our first topic tonight has been the nude celebrity photo leaks, aka Celebgate, aka The Fappening, aka I didn't need to see the Hunger Games, I've already seen all I needed. It all started when personal nude pictures believed to be from the iCloud accounts of celebrities such as Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Upton and Mary Elizabeth Winstead surfaced on 4chan and the internet went crazy. Some celebrities called them fake, some joked about them, others threatened legal action. Jennifer Lawrence even went as far to call them a sex crime. So what interested me was the media response, as they didn't really know who to blame. Because some blamed Apple, some blamed the viewers, and some even the celebrities themselves. What are your thoughts on this?
Do you want to go first?
Oh, well, let me go first. I mean, let's face it. Nude female celebrities, that's so old school.
Old school?
It's old school. I mean, it's just one thing after another. I mean, let me get the males in, for God's sake. That's something I actually want to see.
Boys,
yeah, get the males in.
I had a sore wrist for about a week, so couldn't really do anything about it. But I agree on one standpoint with Jennifer Lawrence. She sort of took it really far and said that it was an invasion of privacy, which it was. At the end of the day, it is. Someone went onto her phone, downloaded pictures, and released it to the World Wide Web. But on the other hand, it's in the spotlight so much, you've got to really be careful anyway. Especially if you put them on iCloud, if you're going to be sending pictures to anyone, it can happen not just to celebrities, just to normal people as well. That's why I think Britain came up with the law of revenge porn or something
sounds like a bad Star Wars movie. Yeah, this may seem like another facet of our obsession with celebrities at first, but like you said, it's actually concerning for everyone, excluding teenage boys with tight internet security. But for everyone else, it highlights how exposed our privacy is. Apparently, there's been over 4 million photos of people, not celebrities, but actual normal people, hacked from their Snapchats. So it's happening to everyone, and that's crazy. Okay, we've got a couple of questions for you guys. Question 1, this goes to whoever gets it first. Who was threatened to have her nudes posted online after a feminist speech in the UN Senate?
Emma Watson.
No, you guys are like lightning fast. Yeah. Quicker than me.
Great.
Oh yeah, that's actually right. Emma Watson was threatened to have her nude pictures leaked. A countdown timer was released, but it failed to happen when hackers realised Daniel Radcliffe's iCloud password wasn't Expelliarmus. Okay, question 2. Which internet giant was sent a letter threatening legal action from a lawyer representing a number of anonymous celebrities?
Is it Rupert Murdoch?
No, it wasn't Rupert Murdoch, even though he is like the evil Emperor Palpatine.
He is the giant.
Any other ideas? Think big. Think big, guys. Like Bing, but proper.
Oh, Google.
Google, yes, exactly. Google was actually sued for a possible $100 million for not taking action quicker and removing the leaked pictures. If the lawsuit goes through, then many Google employees will lose their beanbag chairs. Okay, question 3. What did 4chan recommend people do to respond to the celebrity leaks? It's pretty creative.
Is it creative? 4chan.
It's like expressive dance, kind of.
Yeah, no, wasn't it to upload their nude selfies?
Yeah, upload their own nude selfies. Yes, 4chan encouraged women to upload their own nude selfies with the hashtag #JusticeForJLaw. Justice. Their tactic backfired as the only person who actually sent in their own nudes was Kim Kardashian. That's it for part 1. Join us for part 2 where we will be discussing UKIP, Europe, Ebola, and the eagerly anticipated end of the world. Welcome back. One story that has been ever present this year is UKIP. This year saw great strides for the party led by our future Führer, Nigel Farage, as his party was promoted by Ofcom to major party status. They saw the election of their first MP, Douglas Carswell, who was elected MP of Clacton, succeeding himself. Their biggest surge so far was winning 27.49% of votes in the European elections, gaining 11 members of European Parliament. The most shocking news, though, is that while in the European Parliament, Farage and co have actually made friends. Friends, I know! How did they manage? Friends who have helped him form the Europe of Freedom and Direct Democracy political group, who they have formed of Italy's 5-star movement. But what do the EFDD stand for? Well, according to their website, they stand against the bureaucratisation of a European superstate. A superstate? They're the EU, not the Legion of Doom. The EFDD also say that they respect European history. I wonder if it's any in particular. Like all other European parties, the EFDD are made up by MEPs of at least 7 different EU states. These MEPs come from parties such as the Sweden Democrats, who, despite having quite a democratic name, have some members who associate themselves with a certain undemocratic party, such as former City Councilwoman Tina Hallgren Bengtsson. Very democratic. Another member is from Lithuania's Order and Justice Party. With a name like that, you'd expect them to be about, well, order and justice. It gets worse. That is EMP Petra Grasulis at last year's Gay Pride Parade in Vilnius. That blue coat he's wearing is actually a hazmat suit to prevent him from catching AIDS. The Order and Justice Party believe that homosexuality should be outlawed as a crime as serious as paedophilia, unless you work for the BBC. Fortunately, neither Bengtsson or Grasulis are MEPs, so aren't EFDD members. But one EFDD member is Poland's Congress of the New Rights Party MEP Robert Ivekovich, a man who makes Robin Thicke look like Mother Teresa. This is a man who said, and I quote, that domestic abuse against women is a good way to help them come back to earth. God's sake, man, you need to come back down to earth. Get down here from your fucking spaceship. Arsehole. He later retracted it, saying it's a joke. Who's writing your jokes, Robert? Dapper Laughs? What do you guys feel about UKIP and the EFDD? How do you feel about
that? Well, starting with UKIP anyway, I wasn't fully aware that they had 11 seats in Parliament actually, so that's a bit of a surprise. It's kind of odd. They always put the forefront on immigration, and that's always the one that they try and hit. Now, I'm not sure if I agree that we have a full-on immigration problem. I remember seeing some data that the amount of money that we actually spend on immigrants is like 2% of the national budget, whereas you've got people like UKIP who are throwing out data out there that's it's like in the 20s and 30%, and again with the benefit scroungers that they call them as well, they're taking up like a quarter of all the budgets, and they're just it's a large hyperbole on what's actually happening, which I think someone needs to finally make a standpoint, put the foot down and say, no, these are the actual figures and facts. UKIP are on they're just talking shit, to be truthfully honest.
Yeah, it's not gospel.
Yeah, it's just absolutely chatting shit. And then Farage just keeps digging himself a hole and keeps digging with the amount of stuff that he says. And his MPs as well, who are going around and they're stating certain things that don't coincide with their beliefs. So he needs to really get like a handle on all his members. He needs to grow up as well and get used to it.
Yeah, totally.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, well, certainly all the bad news seems to be coming out first, doesn't it? You don't see all the good that actually comes from it. But yeah, I agree. All the figures seem to be completely made up, or certainly not, how they are today. So
yeah, I think UKIP appealed to the kind of really base instincts in people, trying to scare people. Oh, immigrants are bad. People who are different than them are bad. And apparently they did a survey, and most UK citizens actually seem to think that there's way more immigrants than there actually is. And I think that's a big problem. And obviously UKIP is making that worse, I reckon.
There's immigrants everywhere. I mean, technically, you know, a lot of British people go to Australia. They're technically classed as immigrants, but for some
bastards.
Yeah, for some reason here it's a lot more of an issue. So you know.
Yeah, and also about the guy that wore the hazmat suit to catch AIDS. He needs to go back to primary school science and realise that AIDS. I don't understand him walking around looking like an absolute knobhead.
Unless they're jumping on him, I don't think he needs a hazmat
Exactly.
suit.
Yeah.
The rising popularity of UKIP has raised concerns over the relationship between Europe and our government. Tension is growing after EU Commissioner Jose Manuel Barroso referred to the government's stricter views on immigration after they imposed an arbitrary cap on Eastern European immigrants as a historic mistake. Cameron later stated that Barroso wasn't his boss, so we're basically on the verge of an apocalyptic bitch fight. What do you guys think Britain should do regarding leaving the EU?
Leaving the EU. This is probably where we're going to be a bit divided in a sense. I'm not too fussed to be in the EU. If anything, I sort of enjoy it, and I like the fact that we can go and work in. Because I remember it was a few months ago where we it's going to sound very Nigel Farage. We let a bunch of Bulgarians in, but we opened. There was a treaty with Bulgaria, and we allowed them to come over and work for us, part of the EU treaty, and that should be all fair and square. I think we need to point out that we can do that as well. We can go off and work in France. We are part of EU. It isn't spoken like that. It's like we just let everyone in like a sponge, and we can't do it ourselves. No, we are allowed. If you want to go and work in Paris, or if you want to go work in Brussels, in Belgium, in Bruges, go off and do it. You're allowed to do it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't mind, actually.
It wouldn't be too bad. Everyone just thinks that all we're doing is just taking people in. They don't realise the amount of people that's actually leaving, like you said about Australia, people going to Australia and things like that. Like, we can leave if we want to. We don't have to sit here and like some people say, we have to sit here and take it. It's not the case.
No, not at all. No, I agree.
It's like some people think that, like, you know, it's our England, we were here first, and they don't want to leave. They want to just sort of like sit here and like. Yeah, like you said, they are free to leave if they want to.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got another question for you guys. This will be question 4. In November, David Cameron said that he refuses to pay the EU budget instalment, but how much was it?
1.7.
No, he didn't get that straight away. 1.7 billion is the correct answer.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I'm going to try getting that under your mattress. The EU expect the British government to pay 1.7 billion in monthly instalments. Bad news for us, but brilliant news for Wonga! Okie doke. Question 5. What profession did Italy's 5-star movement Beppe Grillo founder have?
Oh, what profession he had?
Yeah, before...
Wasn't he a comedian?
Yes, Beppe Grillo was actually a comedian. A comedian involved in politics. If only we had our own. Next question, question 6. What was the name of the band who recorded and released the UKIP Calypso song?
I didn't realise they had a song. Is it like their own little personal theme tune, or is it?
It's like they just play it whenever, like, in the house. Nigel Farage just sits in his house. Any ideas?
I am blank.
The name of the band is actually The Independents. Yes, The Independents tried to get a #1 hit, and just like their political equivalents, they achieved fuck all. Okay, so that's it for the questions for the first round. In the lead is Victoria. So you'll be going first on the final round, in which I will read off quick-fire questions of the more obscure views of the year. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to make your way over to the mastermind chair. Okay, are you ready, Victoria?
Yep.
All right, question 1. What was footballer Asamoah Gyan accused of this year?
I'm sorry, I have fuck all knowledge about football.
He was actually accused of the religious sacrifice of his friend. It's like Indiana Jones stuff there.
Okay.
Okay, question 2. Which Rolling Stones member was named after an extinct swamp pig fossil?
Mick Jagger?
Yes, Mick Jagger is correct.
It's the only one I know.
Question 3. What flavour burger did a London restaurant promote to coincide with the season premiere of The Walking Dead?
Cat.
Yeah, tastes like cat.
Dog.
Tastes like chicken.
Chicken.
Not chicken. Chicken does taste like chicken.
Zombie.
Nope, the correct answer is human flesh. Carl, come get it.
Zombie, right in the flesh, you know.
Zombies, yeah. Get a human burger, Carl. Okay, question 4. Which popular but controversial song from last year was sued for plagiarism by Marvin Gaye's estate? The Rapist Anthem. Sexy song. Gross, creepy song.
Aren't you sexy for my shirt?
No, the correct answer is Blurred Lines. Question 5. What did a person threaten to kill a Tesco staff member with in Cambridge?
A knife.
A
toaster.
No, the Tesco staff member was actually threatened with a photo of a gun. Can you imagine this person's house? Like, everything they own is like pictures of stuff, like a picture of a cop, like pictures of knives trying to cut a
Oh
sandwich.
well, I got one right?
Yeah, I have one question right so far. Question 6. Which band was there a petition to ban from London?
Band-Aid.
No. Think Canadian.
Oh God. The Canadian one.
The Canadian one. Okay, Nickelback are kind of the Canadian
Oh,
band.
okay, yeah, Nickelback.
Yeah, there was a petition to ban Nickelback.
They're Canadian.
Okay, that you got 1 out of 6 questions right. Come back over to the Couch of Destiny. All right, Lewis, you're up. Get in the chair.
Okay.
This is your chance to redeem yourself. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Which actor was accused of being the Antichrist?
The Antichrist.
The devil.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Oh, Tom Hanks could never be the Antichrist. Love Tom Hanks. No, it's actually Danny DeVito, which is funny because he plays that little thorny character in Hercules. Kind of does look a bit like a horny little devil. Next question. What was declared legal in Washington, D.C.?
Oh, marijuana?
Marijuana is correct. Question 9. What did an 85-year-old woman donate stating that she didn't need it to knit?
Didn't need it to knit. Donate. A kidney.
A kidney is correct.
No way!
I don't need it. Just take it. Take it.
Okay, yeah, you know it.
Like a little knitting robot with no organs. Just. Next question. What was invented to help salmon swim against river currents?
Salmon swim against river currents. Salmon wings?
Salmon wings. It was almost that cool. It was actually a salmon cannon.
A cannon for salmon?
It's got a good ring to it.
The
hasn't it?
grizzly bears must be well pissed off. Okay.
Next question. What was strange about a lost and found employee for a Dutch airline KLM?
What was strange? So what was strange found in a lost and found?
What was strange about a lost and found item at a Dutch airline?
Strange about it. It was alive. It was a bag that had legs.
Kind of.
And it was a dog. No, cat. Bearded dragon.
I'll accept dog. It's actually a beagle. They found a beagle.
It's a dog. It's a dog. That's a dog. Okay.
Beagles
yeah,
aren't just for Christmas. Or for leaving in airports. Okay, that's enough. That's it for the quick fire questions. Come back to the power couch.
I have lost.
Boom. Oh, that was a bit gammy, wasn't it?
She gave a kidney.
Okay, guys, that was brilliant, but now it's time to reveal the winner. Victoria!
Of course it was.
Sorry, I've got presents for both of you. Ho, ho.
Oh, I get one too.
You guys want to?
I get a present too.
Yeah, you get a present too.
Aw, see.
What's in my
Whoa,
sack?
whoa, whoa.
Have a feel in my sack.
I'll have a
in my
feel.
sack.
Yeah.
Copperfield,
I'll,
sorry.
Bum, 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 bum. That is for Lewis.
You know
canes.
it. Candy cane.
Just what I
Candy canes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much.
Welcome. I didn't pay for it.
It's been great.
And for you, Victoria. Bum, 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 bum. Actually, you know what? Do you want to take it out yourself?
Oh, feel that
It could be anything.
Oh, that must have
cute.
cost the production crew a bomb because they are expensive.
I like him. You can sit like that.
I'm just gonna put this back down.
Just tuck your sack away.
Okay. Now, our final topic of the night is, of course, Ebola. The first breakout of Ebola started basically a year ago in a village in Guinea. Over the months, the disease spread through the country and later to Liberia and Sierra Leone. A small number of cases reached Nigeria, Senegal and Mali, but have since been eradicated. But that didn't stop the Western media doing what it does best. Blowing things out of proportion! And then we started doing it. A 9-year-old boy from Sierra Leone was not allowed to attend his school in Stockport due to concerned parents who feared that he could infect their children. He did not have Ebola, he was just from Sierra Leone. Don't get me wrong, Ebola has been devastating for people in the 3 infected countries, but do not fear, as there is help on the way. As it's Christmas, we have the greatest weapon. We have everyone's favorite white-haired jolly old man who brings joy to children from all over the world. And his happy little elves. Yes, everyone rejoice. Band-Aid is back. Well, I say they're back. It's actually just these 2 tossers. And some new tossers. Now, I'm all up for charity, but does it have to be one run by self-indulgent celebrities who always give themselves a pat on the back afterwards? Well, obviously not. So we're going to. If, like me, you are tired of being patronised by celebrities, especially those with only one good song, then you should support our charity, Make Band-Aid History.
It's Christmas time. There is reason to be afraid. At Christmas time, annoying music is being played. And crappy songs aplenty fail to spread the Christmas joy. Throw up arms around the world against pop songs. But say a prayer and pray for the other ones. At Christmas time, it's hard to sell proper songs. There's a world outside the mainstream, and it's a world of Nat and Bing. The only problem's growing is if it'll fucking snow this year. And the Christmas bells that ring there are the work of auto-tune. Well, tonight, thank God it's them and not you two. And the songs are coming out this year at Christmas time. The only gift we'll get this year is quiet. Oh, no new riffs ever show. No clever lyrics flow. Do they know they make bad music though? Free the world, let them know that music blows. Here's to you making all those clever songs. Here's to them ruining all of our fun. Do they know they make bad music though? Free the world, let them know that music flows. Thank you for watching. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Big thank you to our guests. Tune in next year.